I want to focus again on the methods available within set, specifically difference, curlies, 5, 6, curlies, and then difference, parens, 5, 6, parens. This is saying, Mr. 5, 6, what is the difference between you and this guy over here? So it looks at the contents, not at the parentheses, not at the difference in the parentheses and the braces over here, just at the contents, and it says that there's no difference between us at all, and it will return an empty set. Oh, that was fun. Let's do that again. Only this time, let's change the numbers to 7 and 8. Is there a difference between these guys? Yes, there is. 5, 6 does not have 7 and 8 in it, and so it should return 5 and 6. And it does. What if you key in something really different, like this? Mr. 5, 6, yes, could you tell me what the difference is between you and Mr. Dictionary over here, whose key is 5 and whose value is 7 and whose key is 6 and whose value is 8 over here? What's the difference between you guys? I should get an empty set back. And I do. That tells us that by default, this focuses in on the keys in the dictionary and makes the comparison there. So here was the 5 and the 6 that this guy compared itself to. Was there a difference? No. So it returns to us an empty set. What if I switch that around and make this 7 and this 8 and this 5 and this 6? What should I get now? 5 and 6 compares itself to 7 and 8. Are they at all the same? No, they're not. Does 5 and 6 have 7 and 8 in it? No, it doesn't. The difference is this. So there is a difference. So it'll return a 5 and a 6. And it does. That's because it's focusing in on the keys when there's a dictionary on this side of the difference. Can we change that? Can I tell it not to focus in on the keys, but to focus in on the values? Can I put a dot values here, open, close, and close parens again? And what will it do now? I'm telling it to make your comparison, but focus on the values. And so I should get an empty set. And that's what I get. It's empty. There is no difference between this guy and this guy. They're the same. Over here, 5 and 6 compared itself to the keys, and they were not the same. There was a difference. This guy had 5 and 6. This guy did not have 5 and 6 here in the keys. That was the difference. So it puts that difference right there. Here, the 5 and 6 are looking at the values, and the values are 5 and 6. There's no difference. It returns an empty set. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I'm going to take 5 and 6. What's the difference between you on the left, Mr. 5 and 6, and, oh, look over here. This is a list with 5 and 6 in it. And it's going to ignore the squares, and it's just going to make a content comparison. You got 5, 6 there, 5, 6 there. There is no difference. What's the difference? Nothing. Empty set is returned. Oh, but what if I get sneaky? What if I reverse the 5 and 6 here to 6 and 5? Now what will happen? It'll make a comparison. Will it see a difference? Or will it say, same contents, just different order? And it returns an empty set, and that's what it did. Same contents, different order, but it's the same. So it returns an empty set. Finally, if I key in Mr. 5, 6, what's the difference between you and this list over here with Mr. 7, 8 in it? Well, he ignores the squares and just makes a content comparison. Is there any difference between 5, 6, 7, 8? Yes, there is. What's the difference? The guy on the left, 5 and 6. And that's what we get. 5 and 6 is the difference.